Okay, so today I'm going to be doing something a little different today. I'm going to be pulling about the Dulce Maria Alvarez case. And if you guys are familiar, Dulce Maria Alvarez was kidnapped in 2019, I believe, in September. And she was taken from a park where she was with her mom and her brother and I guess her aunt. And the mom and the aunt was inside of the car while her Dulce Maria and her brother were outside playing in the park, and then the next thing you know, she goes missing. So speculations were made, and nobody knows where Dulce Maria is still to this day, and we're in 2025. So I've been following up with the case, and there's no leads. Like, nobody knows where she is. People have thought maybe the mom had something to do with it, but I've pulled before about this situation, and I don't think she's had anything to do with it. But today I'm just going to be pulling to see where she is today, where Dulce Maria's is today, and what is she doing and what's going on. So let's see. So, like I said, I've pulled about this case before, and whenever I've pulled, I've always gotten that she was alive. And that's kind of what I'm getting now still, that she's alive and she's not here in like the US. She's somewhere out of the US, like out of this country. And she, I feel like she's had to grow up a lot very fast. And I want to say, like, not, it's sex trafficking in a way, but it's not so having to do with like so many people. I feel like she was sold off to a specific individual, and this individual took her and kind of, kept her and kind of turned her into what he needed her to be. You could take that however you want to, but if you know, you know. But I feel like, he kept her and trying to make her be like his wife. And you have to remember, Dulce Maria, when she was taken, I believe she was 5 or 6 years old. So this is insane hearing all this. But I feel like she definitely is going through a lot. She's alive, she's still here with us, she's alive, and I want everybody to still, I hope that she is brought home someday. And I just feel like she's really in a bad situation right now. Like I said, she's not even in this country. She's out of the country. She's somewhere where she doesn't even know. And by now, I think she's like about maybe 10 years old, 10, 11 years old. So, this is a lot that she's had to take in within these years of her missing and, not having her mother to be there with her. And, I just feel like she's definitely had to grow up very fast, grow up a whole lot, and, has been exposed to things that, she shouldn't have been exposed to at her age. And yeah, I just feel like, I feel like at this time, she is out on the streets of wherever she's at in this other country. I say she's probably somewhere in maybe Asia, maybe South America. These are my guesses. I don't know for sure, but she's definitely not in the US. And as well, so my previous reads that I've done before, I felt like somebody had taken her. It was just, a one person kind of thing, not so much in the sex trafficking where, it's like you see in the movies, like there's a lot of people, they're all these girls are taken. No, I feel like this is something that's was singular. Somebody had, planned for just this one person, and but she left this person. She was able to find a way out from this person, and now she's like living out on the streets by herself. Imagine that, 11 years old, being out in the streets, not knowing what to do. But yeah, that's what I get for Dulce Maria's case. And I do heavily believe that she is alive. There's a lot of people that speculate that she is not. But what my cards tell me is that she is alive. And, I hope people are still out there looking for her. And I hope that one day she does and will come home. But yeah, that's what I got for today. Thank you for watching.